Welcome to another episode of the Oxano Global Services podcast, where we are always excited to talk about mobile apps, the web, NFT marketplace development, game app development, and other futuristic tech trends. Want to impress your friends and colleagues with the smartest information available? Then absolutely hit the like button, subscribe to us, and follow the Oxano Global Services podcast. In this podcast, we will talk about how to create a user-friendly app design. We will cover the core elements, including the user interface, navigation, and content. Creating a user-friendly app design is essential to providing a great user experience. By making your app easy to use, you will make it more likely that users will enjoy using it and keep coming back. As the majority of the digital audience has already shifted towards the app ecosystem, it is high time we should talk about how to make an app user-friendly so that people can use it without any hassle. Let's get started. First, figure out the core needs of your audience. The first step is to understand the needs of your target audience. It is important to know who will be using your app and what they need from it. Once you have a good understanding of your audience, you can start to think about how to design your app to meet their needs. It's important to have the exact idea of your users in mind when designing your app so that you can cater to their specific needs. Once you have all the above figured out, it gives you a bird's eye view of the app from a design perspective. You know what needs to be included in the app and how you want it to look. To offer great intuitive design. Your app's design should be intuitive, which means it should be easy for users to understand how to use it without having to think about it too much. When thinking about the design of your app, put yourself in the shoes of your users and think about how they would want to use it. The user interface is one of the most important aspects of an app's design. It should be easy to use and navigate so that users can find what they are looking for quickly and easily. Regardless of the backend's complexity, the app's interface should be designed in such a way that it is easy to use. Users should be able to intuitively understand how to use the app without having to think too much about it. 3. Optimize the available space wisely. The content and navigation should be well organized so that users should get a minimalistic yet informative experience. The best way to achieve this is by using negative space in your design. Negative space is the area around the content and navigation elements on your screen. By using negative space, you can make your content and navigation more easily visible and simplify the overall design of your app. Too much clutter on a screen can be overwhelming for users, so it is important to use negative space wisely to keep your app's design clean and user-friendly. 4. Make your users fall in love with the fonts and graphics. The fonts and graphics you use in your app's design should be pleasing to the eye and easy to read. Use a combination of different font styles and sizes to create a hierarchy of information. This simple hack makes it easier to place importance on the right sections. Your app's graphics should be consistent with the overall design and theme. They should be high quality and add to the overall user experience. Remember, the fonts and graphics you use in your app's design should be eye-catching but not too distracting. They should be easy to read and understand so that users can focus on the content. 5. Make onboarding super easy. When a user first opens your app, you want to make sure they have a pleasing experience. This is why it is important to have a well-designed onboarding process. Your app's onboarding process should be short, sweet, and to the point. It should introduce the user to the app and its features so that they can get started using it right away. A well-designed onboarding process will make your app more user-friendly and increase the chances of users sticking around for the long haul. 6. Make your users feel secure. When designing your app, it is important to keep security in mind. You want to make sure that your users feel safe and secure when using your app. There are a few things you can do to ensure that your app is secure. First, make sure that all the data your app collects is encrypted. Second, use a secure login system so that only authorized users can access the app. And third, use a robust host so that your app can withstand any attacks. By keeping security in mind, you can make your app more user-friendly and increase the chances of users sticking around. 7. Use push notifications carefully. Push notifications can be a great way to keep users engaged with your app. But if they are not used carefully, they can be annoying and intrusive. When designing your push notification system, think about what kinds of notifications would be most useful for your users. Make sure that the notifications you send are relevant and interesting. And most importantly, keep the count of notifications as low as possible. You don't want to bombard your users with too many notifications. By using push notifications wisely, you can make your app more user-friendly and keep users engaged. Conclusion: as the popularity of mobile apps continues to grow, it is important for app designers to create user-friendly app designs. By following these above discussed, you can create an app that is both beautiful and easy to use. Oxano Global Services is a leading mobile app design and development agency. We can help you create a user-friendly app design that is both beautiful and easy to use. If you have any questions or requirements about mobile app development, please contact us anytime at admin@auxiliarianoglobalservices.com. Thanks for listening to our podcast on how to create a user-friendly app design. Do subscribe to Oxano Global Services podcast to receive the newly released episodes. Stay tuned to listen to Oxano Global Services' latest podcast.